dad went from the Funky Brewsters.
Let's do this.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back. I just finished writing my exams. I don't even want to get into it. It was so hectic, so crazy. You guys know it just got super hectic. But I'm finally done and now I can sit down and record a video. I've been wanting to record this video for a while and I finally have like a couple of hours to do so I thought I might as well. This is going to be an updated get to know me video, but before we get into the nitty-gritties, I want us to just take it back. Like, we need to take it back to my very first get to know me video, my very first YouTube video, for us to kind of just, you know, catch up until now. So yeah, let's take it back. I skipped the question, a very important question at that, but let's get into it. What is my channel about? Like, what am I coming with you? Like, what am I coming to you guys with? Like, you know, or what am I coming to you guys with? This is just going to be a lifestyle kind of YouTube channel, lifestyle vlogging, sit down, you know, take you guys around, whatever that I'm doing, what I'm getting up to. But also I'm really into like beauty, I'm into makeup. I'm really into makeup. As you can see today, I arrived. I'm here, you know, like I have arrived. I woke up and I said I'm going to beat those face. Last question, we're wrapping it up. Yeah, this wasn't a long video. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to bore you. The last question, and then we're wrapping it up and sending it out. Describe yourself in 3 words. I'm funny. Like, that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hate it when when somebody's like, oh yeah, you're funny, say a joke. Like, just believe me, I'm funny. I don't need to prove it. But yeah, I'm funny, easygoing, and emotional. Yeah, I think those are 3 words that I think really fit with me. Like, funny, easygoing, and emotional. I'm a very chilled person. Like, I'm a very chilled person. But yeah. So this get to know me is going to be pretty much focused on how studying law has helped me pretty much just help me grow in like a more personal perspective, you know. Yeah, so I want us to touch base on that because I feel like I've really grown into someone different than when I first started my YouTube channel. You know, when I first started my YouTube channel, it was pretty much based on like your fashion, your makeup. It was what I was interested in at the time, you know, what I was pretty much spending majority of my time on, I guess. But you know, life has moved. I have grown up so much and I just wanted to let you guys in on it. And yeah, we're gonna touch base on it. I have a couple of notes here. It's like, you guys know, these kind of videos for me, I don't like them to be long. I just want us to touch base on just a few things, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna be looking at my notes and we're gonna go through them and just talk about how law has just, how studying law has pretty much helped me grow. So we are going to start with my first point. I remember when I made these notes, it was like a mid heavy studying, and I was literally by the kitchen and I was cooking and I was, you know, listening to music, and it was kind of like a woo-saw for me, like it was a little bit of a break, and then just all these like creative thoughts just started pouring in, and I'm like, you know what, just like write it down. So this all happened on the kitchen counter, this note, while I was making food. So my first point was that studying law has taught me to build my confidence. Like, and I feel like we always hear like people say, build your confidence, like, you know, build your confidence. And like, I think I never truly understood what like confidence was until I started studying law, you know, because I feel like how I saw being confident or confidence was, you know, your appearance and how you look and your posture and, you know, just pretty much your presentation. That was what I pretty much thought confidence was. But the more I was just studying and studying, I started to understand that confidence is pretty much what you think about yourself. You know, it's about trusting yourself. And I wrote here that you need to look within and face some truths in order to trust yourself. So by doing so, you know, I started to just look deeper into who I am and what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, you know, what am I comfortable with doing, what am I not comfortable with doing. Because at the end of the day, when you're studying, you need to be at a point where mentally you are straight, you know, so that you can just approach your books in a more calm way. Yeah, so I don't know how to put it, guys, but just it taught me how to build my confidence, because when I sat down and I started studying, I had to approach it in a very just go into studying and studying everything. Because, you know, with law, there's so much to study, but you know they're not going to take everything out. So it was truly about approaching it in a more of like a confident sense of, I'm gonna sit down and study, you know, I'm gonna wake up and trust myself to study tomorrow. You know, it was about trusting myself. And as I started to just trust myself more, you know, and sit there at the table and study, that was when I felt like I started to build my confidence as a person. And, you know, I started to just, while I was studying, I would take some time out to just, you know, build my confidence. So like I said, I started to just, you know, jot down my strengths and my weaknesses, you know, move back in time and kind of grasp some things about myself that have happened, things that didn't happen, just a lot of things like that. So I feel like confidence is a very personal thing, and we can't base confidence on like our clothes and what we're wearing, our watches and all of that. No, I feel like confidence comes from within. Like, confidence comes from within, and once you start building that, I feel like, you know, it'll truly like show that you are a person that is confident and who trusts himself. So yeah, even if you're not studying law, you're not studying, I feel like just building your confidence as a person is like number one thing to do. So point number 2 was that get creative with the process, right? So whatever your process is, if you're studying, if you're working, you know, or if, you know, you're still trying to find your feet, get creative with it, because it's a process. Like whatever that you do is a process, and within the process there's progress. And sometimes the progress looks really ugly, and sometimes, like you see the progress, but there's always some sort of progress going on, right? So what I wrote here is that it gets lonely, so you're going to have to find a way to nourish other parts of you. So by getting creative with the process, you are pretty much telling yourself that I have this thing going on, and sharp, but I also, I feel like some parts of me, are not nourished in, me studying, me working, me trying to find my feet. So that's when getting creative with the process really comes in, where, you start to nourish parts of you, like going to the gym, drawing, just expanding yourself in such a way that even if this side is not going the way that you would like it to go, at least some parts of you are growing. You are not just stagnant, because like I said, studying is lonely. Studying law does get lonely, and it'll feel like you are stagnant and you are stuck at some point. But if you continue to grow different parts of you, like you're exercising, you're, having a hobby outside, like now we have our content creators, you are an artist, you draw, find the time to do it and get creative with the process. So yeah, I feel like that's one thing that I learned, to get creative with the process of studying and the process of getting to know myself, because this is where I am and I need to embrace it pretty much. So yeah, third point is work smarter, not harder. I feel like as soon as I started to actually grasp that, I started to implement it in just my daily living. Like, stop working hard, so hard that you exhaust yourself, and by the end of the week, by the end of the month, you can't even like take care of yourself. Just approach things in a smarter way, in a more strategic way. Like I said, you have to sit down sometimes and look at your work and study, and it needs to be from a strategic point of view and not just throwing yourself in things. And then I went to say that, remember, you're not superhuman. You need rest. You need to take some time to yourself. And I think I learned that the hard way. Like, I learned the rest part of it the hard way, that you need to rest as a person. Like, you need to take some time to rest, to breathe, to come back to yourself and truly just rest. You're working, you are working. Your body is, it's always working. Your mind is always working, but at some point you are going to need that part. Like, you're going to need to rest. You're going to need to rest. So I feel like that's like the biggest thing that I learned through studying law, is that just in general, as a person, you need to put some time to rest. There's a lot of us that are perfectionists, and we want things to look A1, and if they're not, we're anxious, and we can't deal. And it's like, but did you rest? Like, did you take some time to rest and truly just like sit back and think about the fact that you really worked? And now if you take some time to rest, you can approach the work again with some energy. And then the last point that I wrote here was just to keep going. I feel like I said that in one of my videos, but with all of that going on, I feel like with whatever that you have going, just keep going. Like, no matter how painful it might get, no matter how some days might be so hard and you just like, I cannot do this just keep going, even if it's like doing the smallest of things, like eating, bathing, and truly just like giving yourself like the day to like pamper yourself. But in actual fact, you are going, like you will look back and be like, oh, that day I actually took it to just like take care of myself, my hygiene, you know, my stuff and whatever. And then the next day I got back into working. And you know, it's truly about balancing it all, I think, just in life. Like it's just about balancing it all. And just these 4 things that I've kind of brought to your guys' attention is things that I am working towards. Obviously I haven't like pretty much grasped them, but these are things that have helped me pretty much grow up, like as a person, as Thakgalane, who is studying law and is trying to find her way and navigate her 20s. And you know, the 20s are so gruesome and they are so uncomfortable, and it's like sometimes it feels like I want to give up and I want to stop and I don't want to wake up today and I don't want to do anything anymore. And then, you know, I think about these things that I'm learning every day, and that's why like I've written them down, obviously for me, but like I also thought like, let me share it on my YouTube channel, because I am on a journey of navigating my 20s. And yeah, the 20s aren't pretty, man. They are not pretty. Even now I'm looking presentable, which I have not been looking for so long, but I know that I was putting in the work in something else, and today I'm putting the work in something else. And I rested and I took the time, you know, to just look back on these past couple of months, and I'm here now to, you know, give you guys a couple of tips. So yeah, guys, for those that are studying law, I hope you guys are, you know, keeping it going, because that is the only way. For those that are just studying anything else other than law, keep going. For those that are not studying, keep going. For those that are working, keep going. But also, don't forget about yourselves. I think that the biggest thing that the biggest message that I wanted to send out is like, don't forget about yourself. Don't forget that you are human, with human wants, human desires, human needs, and you need to first start with you pouring into yourself, who you are, before, you know, you want to kind of present yourself or just go out there. So yeah, guys, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Those are the things that I would say have kind of just started to change my perspective of life, you know, and have helped me grow and have just changed my perspective of what growth really looks like. It's not pretty, it's uncomfortable, I don't like it. But every time when I look back and think to myself, like, I am so grown up right now. Like I was so young at some point, and my thoughts were different. How I looked at myself was different. But today, you know, I'm like on this journey that feels so good and enlightening, and I'd hope for all of us to just get on our own personal journeys and, you know, truly get to where we're going. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I will be back after recess. I need to take some time out to breathe, to be with my family, to just chill. And yeah, I'll be back, guys.